fitness, finance, mission, in that order. As a man, those are your three priorities, bro. If you ain't got shit figured out or you are out here lost in the sauce, you dial it back, start there. Fitness, finance, mission, in that order, everything else will work itself out. Right, so I ain't talking about y'all that already got y'all figured out, or you had a way to get to a bag first, or you had a way to get your purpose first, and it worked out for you, or whatever. Now I'm talking about bros out here starting from scratch, don't know where to start. Start there. Start there in that order for specific reasons, man. Fitness, finance, the mission, bro. Fitness, because it's the easiest, quickest, and cheapest way to start, man. And there are so many benefits from it that will lead you into finances and the mission, bro. I mean, real talk, if you can't even control how you look, control what you put in your mouth, how could you ever think to win in life, period? And that says a lot, man, because the majority of us in America are fat as fuck. So saying a lot, right? But as a man, dog, you have no excuse not to be fit. No excuse not to look good, bro. No excuse not to like the way you look, man, because there's too many resources out there. It's too many hours in a day, and there's too many easy ways to get fit, bro. Right? And it's cheap. It literally requires no money. I mean, unless your ass is homeless with no roof over your head and no food to put in your belly, all right, you need to get some money first. But the majority of us are not living under those circumstances, bro. If you got a living arrangement, you got food to put in your belly, you need to be allotting 35, 45 minutes a day, at least a few days a week. That's all it takes, bro. All it takes. Give me 4 days a week, 35, 45 minutes a day, get that fucking heart rate up. And then you have 21 plus hours the rest of the day to figure everything else out. There's nothing that needs to get figured out with fitness, bro. It just requires effort. That's it. And if you continue the effort, then you go to build discipline, time management, goal setting, confidence. You see all these things that just start popping off when you're getting fit. Just a little bit of effort, man. Just a little bit of effort, dog. And there's so many different ways to work out, bro. And you got the World Wide Web. You got ChatGPT to help you figure out the best way for you to work out. Right? You got YouTube. Find videos, bro. You don't even need a fucking gym. You can go out there and just do some calisthenics, run around the block, do some HIIT training, shadow boxing, whatever is your cup of tea, bro. There's literally no excuse for your ass to be out here fat as fuck. And if you fat as fuck, that's gonna have a hindrance on your mindset, your perspective, your confidence, your motivation, your ambition, everything. There's so many benefits that come from being fit, and there's so many drawbacks and negatives that come from not being healthy, bro. Not being fit, bro. You healthy, like the way you look, you fit, you got a good quality of life, you're mobile, you're probably strong, you like the way you look, you like the way you look in clothes, you like the way people looking at you, like the way people responding to you, bro. Like the attention you're getting from women. You might like the attention you're getting from men. It's just so much shit that come with it, bro. I'd be lying to you like a motherfucker if I was to tell you that me not being physically fit had anything to do with my confidence. You like the way you look, and the feedback you get throughout your life, bro, it all does wonders for your confidence, which will bleed into everything else in your life, man. So fitness is first because it requires so little time and there's so many benefits from it. And the benefits from it bleed into the other two things on this list, man. And this is just the bare basics. the fundamentals, the foundation of non-negotiables as a man, bro. You cannot be out here bitching and moaning about anything, out here complaining about anything. You should not be out here crying about how hard life is if you do not have your house in order, which are these things: fitness, finances, and mission, bro. Right. Moving on to finances. Money should be your second priority. It should be your second priority. And I'm not just talking about money, just like living, just like, clocking a check. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real money that separates yourself from everybody else, or the motivation, ambition, the goal setting, the plan of action to make that money, bro. I'm not talking about just simply, punching a clock at McDonald's or whatever. Like, that goes without saying, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you should never have idle moments when it comes to making money. The big plan is the big plan, but until you get to the big plan to make that check, your ass needs to be bringing in some type of money regardless. Ain't no work too low, ain't no work beneath you, ain't no work not worth doing if your ass ain't got nothing. Better be applying to all these bullshit, minimal, basic jobs out here that give you something, because something is better than nothing, right? It gives you the ability to support yourself at the least. With that, in 2025, there's infinite ways at this point to make a bag, but that's up on you. That's up to you, right? And the discipline, the focus, the planning, the scheduling, the goal setting that you have developed at this point by becoming physically fit directly ties into your ability to go out here and get a check, man, because you see what you can do with your mind to it. That takes you 30 minutes a day, right? Now we're talking about 21 plus hours a day to figure out how to make a bag. You know what I mean? That's not what this video was for, to go through different ways for you to make a bag, because that is case by case scenario, man. Everybody doesn't have it within them to do certain things. You know what I mean? That's something you got to come up with, right? As self-explanatory as it is, if you don't fucking break shit down to the basics, telling motherfuckers what they have to do as a man, what they need to do as a man to make shit simple and easy as a man, they don't do it. And they sit here lost in the sauce looking like Willie Lump Lump with their fucking thumb up their ass because they don't know where the fuck to go. Right? Fitness, finances. Get a bag. Get a check. And then when you get that check, whenever you do find out how to eventually get that check, whether it's go to school, what y'all need to be doing is getting into this AI shit, right? Creating the fucking pathway for those that don't know shit about AI and become that bridge from the know-hows and the don't know shits. Right, which means you need to do your due diligence, just learning the basics, just learning the basic fundamentals about AI and just how to automate things for companies, for people, for schools, for whatever, bro. It's easy, right? And it's not tapped into at all, bro. Like ChatGPT, and I said I was going to go into the specifics of it, man, but this is such an easy way to make a bag, right? It's such an easy way to make a bag, bro. ChatGPT is AI for most, right? When most, the commoner, thinks about AI, they think about ChatGPT, which is the fucking tip of the iceberg, bro. Right? 700,000 people visit ChatGPT a month. ChatGPT came out, in 2023? It's been out here for 3 years. So 2022? 700,000 at this point, which seems like a lot. Bro. How many people are in America? 300 and something million. How many people are in the fucking world? Like, over 8 billion. I mean, how many people have Gmail compared to ChatGPT? Right. I don't even know the number, man, but it's going to be a gargantuan difference between the number of ChatGPT subscribers and the amount of people that got Gmail, people that got Google, right? Which is, that means that many motherfuckers do not know shit about this. They're aware of it, they've heard about it, but they don't fucking know, which is profit potential for anyone to take advantage of, if they so choose. And you have something called YouTube that literally teaches you how to do it, right? But that's just one thing. For those that just are lost in the sauce, man, you can make a bag off of that. These kids are making a bag off of that. You don't need to be a fucking pro. You can just ask ChatGPT how to teach you how to do the shit and show motherfuckers, bro. And automate that. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's just one example. But yeah, the bag. Finances, bro. Finances. And then lastly, the mission, the purpose. What are we doing it for? What are we doing it for? What is our 5-year goal? What is our 10-year goal? What is our 20-year goal? Right? Where are we going? What's the target? You know what I mean? What is the ending location? Why are we doing this? Because otherwise, if you don't know what you're doing it for or where you're going, you are lost in the sauce. You're a lost soul. One of these men in a lost man epidemic, because they have no guidance, no direction of to know where the fuck they're going, because they never sat down and had a conversation with themselves to figure out, why am I doing this and where am I going? And it doesn't need to be for a bag. You know what I mean? I know a lot of y'all thinking bag or, finances when you're thinking about why you're doing it, bro. The lucky ones are fortunate enough to be in love with their job, right? That's not the case for most. You know what I mean? Whatever fulfillment you get out of what you're doing, you could be clocking in at a job, but then just love being there for your family. You could be clocking in for a job and just love being the best version of yourself, right? For another video, man, but this is a little gem. And gems like this, feedback like this, content like this, man, if you fuck with this shit, man, pull up to my private community outside of this, man, where this is the goal. You know what I'm saying? Reinforcing, weaponizing bros with the weapons necessary to get through this fucking life easy. You know what I'm talking about? It's called You, was for you, meant to get you better mentally, physically, financially, all of that, man. But, another gem is those lacking purpose don't know where they're going, right? If you don't know what the fuck you doing it for, man, do it for your fucking self. Make you the purpose. Make you the goal. Make you becoming physically fit. Make you becoming skillful in whatever industry or skill there is, man. Make you becoming masterful with the mentality. Make you becoming confident. Make you developing yourself to the best version of yourself be the priority until that, until it turns into something else eventually, man. And I say that because you have all these weapons and resources there to literally become your own avatar, man. You could literally turn yourself into a creative player. You know what I mean? The motherfucker that you want to be, you could literally make that happen, right? You want to fucking put some more shoulders on to become confident? Look up how to do it. You know what I mean? You want a fucking clean ass diet to have a fucking 8-pack? Look up how to do it, man. You want to become a fucking expert stock trader? Look up how to do it, man. You want to become a real estate investor? Look up how to do it, man. All right, you want to learn how to lay tile? Look up how to do it, man. All right, you want to learn how to master your emotions? Look up how to do it, man. You want to learn how to fucking speak better? Look up how to do it, man. You want to learn how to fucking speak to women? Look up how to do it, man. You want to know, bruh, every answer to every question there ever was is out there for you to benefit from. It's just on you to go out there and do it, which just requires effort, right? We've never had this available for us, right? So there's literally no excuse for you not to be doing what the fuck it is you want to be doing, right? Gotta just figure out why we're doing it, because otherwise we're doing it for fucking nothing. And you may have an idea of how you see yourself in the future, man, but if you don't have it etched out entirely of what you're doing it for, why you're doing it, you're never gonna get there. right? You're never gonna get there. I mean, you may be physically fit, you may have some money now, which you're gonna be better off than 95% of people out here, man. But we're talking about having the best life possible, the best life ever. And the best life worth living is knowing why you living this life. You know what I mean? So just take that in consideration, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just take all that into consideration, man. If you a man out here lost in the sauce, don't got the motivation, don't got the inspiration, don't got nothing, or you a young pup out here starting off and never even had somebody give you this game, drop this knowledge, bro. Start there, bro. Fitness, cause it's easy and you can do it, right? And you don't need anybody to hold you accountable. You don't need anybody to push your ass. You don't need it. I mean, there's some that feel like they need it, but that's a whole other conversation, man. But in the perfect world, all you need is a mirror to check and see if you are putting in the fucking work, putting in the effort, and you know what the fuck you've been doing and what you not been doing, bro. Right? If you ain't getting the results you want, if you ain't looking the way you look, you ain't feeling the way you feel, you're doing something wrong. Right? It don't take nothing. It takes 35, 40 minutes a day to get physically fit. And there's so much benefit that comes from it. And when you don't, there's so many negatives that come from it, bro. So which one you gonna fucking do? That's the perfect way to start off, dog, because it requires nothing. Say, for instance, you want to go get a bag first. You ain't become physically fit. How you gonna get a bag if you ain't even got the discipline? You ain't got the focus. You ain't got the motivation. You ain't got the grit. You ain't got the heart. You know what I'm saying? You put in a couple applications and give up because you're tired now because you ain't got the results you want. You ain't found a job yet, bro. When you working out, right? It requires nothing, bro. It's just you being honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then you bring all that shit into everything else in life, bro. It just makes things that much more streamlined, makes things that much more easy, right? So you get fit. You can start becoming fit. You ain't got to be fit. You ain't got to be diced 6% body fat and shit and then go try to get a bag. No, you start that process of becoming fit, right? You start seeing them gains. You start becoming confident. You start knowing yourself. You start realizing how much control you have of your situation, and you allow that shit to lead you into now, getting a bag, right? And then you get the bag, figure out how to get the bag, and figure out why you want the bag, or figure out why you doing whatever the fuck you doing. So one more time, fitness, finances, the bag, and mission, the purpose. Take care of these things. You don't negotiate on these motherfuckers with nobody. And you don't get exactly where you want to be, man. I guarantee it. All right? Peace.